Hello? Hello, hello, hello. It was a pain to actually get this started. Oh no, I put it on the wrong layer. Ah, okay, it's not working because it's on the wrong layer. There you go. Now it's on the right layer. You didn't see that. Hello, I'm back. Thank you for autoclaving me, Ripco. It's as tradition. Oh, thank you for checking in, Weetabix, and hello, Weetabix. Hi, Groa. Hi, Curlotus. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone's having a wonderful... Oh, my chat box is in the wrong place. Get out of there. Go back here. I don't know how that... I have no idea how that got over there. Hello. I had a feeling I was going to be in the wrong layer because I was having trouble having my VTuber model show up on this scene, so I feel like I had... Okay, chat box, why are you so big? Hold on, buddy. You're just gonna have to go over here. You're not gonna be very legible, but it's okay. I made a Minecraft house on your head? Okay, I don't know if... I appreciate you're on my head. I'm glad you're enjoying whatever's on my head. Anyway, this is MapleStory. If you don't know anything about MapleStory, it's okay. Just think of this as Subway Surfers as I just yap. Like, you don't have to know anything going on. It is the most mindless MMO game you could ever think of. I'm still exhausted. Probably gonna go nap. Okay, you sounded like you had a lot going on with the work. Your so many 16-hour shifts, and then you had the MRE like meal. That's not right. So you should take it easy this week. I was definitely taking it easy today at work. I felt so exhausted, even though I had a lot of work to do. I kind of had a lot of secret naps. Secret naps, that's like the one amazing thing about remote work. If you don't work with a company that's like super stringent on you being online at all the times, you just go and take a little nappy nap at 2 p.m. and then maybe another nap at 3 p.m. and then maybe another nap at 4 p.m. It's MapleStory. I'm trying to find a quest. If you don't know what's going on in MapleStory, don't worry. Again, like I said, this is just me yapping. It's a Korean MMO game. And if you know what MapleStory is, then you can understand how it's just kind of a brain-off activity. I'm trying to find the quest. I'm trying to find a specific quest to do. Where is it? You ate MRE 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. Not even just one day, just 2 days? That can't be right. I hope you were able to get food and a meal. I know you said you didn't have time to go grocery shopping. Where the heck is this quest that I'm supposed to do? Music is kind of quiet. I did send groceries this morning. Now you eat. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. Groceries are important. I feel like I didn't do a good job buying groceries this week because as I was making my dinner, if you saw the picture of it, the soy marinated salmon, I realized I was like, I kind of only bought that, and it's also not that much for more than like 1 day of food. It's kind of like I'm gonna eat it today, and that'll be about it. So I'll probably have to go again tomorrow. Is it a type of RPG? Yeah, it's like a MMO RPG, so I can go to a map, for example. So like the main basis of this game is just leveling up your character and fighting bosses. Oop, lag. So like, yeah, you just, like, you fight all these little guys, you fight guys on like different maps, you get different skills. There's a lot of different classes, and you get XP and level, and then you can also use that to make gear and stuff. You get, like, you have equipment. This is like I play it primarily because it was a game from my childhood. It's free to play, but it's online. If you know anything about like Korean MMOs and free to play, it's like there's a lot of little monetization. It's Maple Story. Should be in the category. So like there's things like you can dress up your character, but it costs money to like pay to dress up your character. For example, like some of the stuff I'm wearing, I think I spent like $50 to like get the cosmetics. It's kind of it's a bit of an expensive game. There's servers where it's free to play, and then servers where you have to pay money to do not just cosmetics, but also just getting upgrades and gear. You have to pay for that too. And there's people that spend like upwards of like tens of thousands of dollars to get the best equipment. It's a really expensive game. Most MMOs end up being that kind of thing, yeah. Maple Story is like a bit special because of the fact it has that free, like there's two different worlds. There's the free to play where all you have to do is really spend time. Time is the money. Like you have to work really hard by yourself. You can't really swipe as easily as compared to the second world where you have to basically swipe your credit card to get anything. And there's trade-offs to that. Like some people don't have that kind of time to be able to progress in the game, because it can take like so many hours. Like we're talking like thousands of hours to get to certain points. Okay, I got distracted. I was looking for a certain quest. So anyway, oh, your PC doesn't restart. It just has a blurred background. Oh no, I hope your PC's okay. I was going through so many PC issues this month, so I empathize if you're having any PC problems. Yeah, I need to go find the quest that I was looking for. I feel like most of this month I couldn't stream because I was having so many PC issues, but I'm glad that it's all like, it's been good. I'm like very happy how well performing my PC has been since I did all the upgrades. I haven't had a single problem. Is it from here? I think it's this quest. I'm going to talk to the best technician I know, Google. That's right. Though I feel like Google has definitely, how to say, Google has not been the greatest after all the ads, and the search is just so garbage nowadays. You have to do so much to make it work. I do the classic of if I have any kind of problem whatsoever, I add Reddit to the end of my search results. Because there are so many bad websites now to solve your problems. And they're just like AI generated fake information, and for some reason it's like at the top of the search results. And I just don't get it. I didn't drink the water. I'm sorry. I don't have water with me. I have a can of soda, and I'm going to hydrate with that. Ah. I didn't get my bottle of water. I'm sorry. I'm not hydrating properly. I'm sorry. But I do have Sprite Zero. Sprite Zero with tea. It's been like ever since I bought it at the grocery store the other day. I feel like I'm kind of obsessed with it. I'd never heard of Sprite with tea before, but it's really good. I am a big fan of it. Lemonade, and then you have to drop it at 3, right? It can be soda, but then it has to be water. Okay, I will make sure to drink a lot of water after. It started getting bad before the AI stuff. Yeah, the AI stuff I think just exacerbated the issue. The AI search results at the top are one thing, but it's nowadays, like, I feel there's so many junk websites with AI info all over because it's just so easy to, like, make that. And it's also, Google pretty much rewards that. For years now, I just ignored dates. Oh yeah, that's also one part I can't stand. It will show you the most outdated things even though you just say, hey, I'm trying to find something of recent year because this information is pretty time dependent. The amount of times I've, like, looked up something and it's showing me a Reddit thread from 10 years ago and it's completely useless. Just completely useless. I feel like I'm going to lose my PC now. Oh no, I'm sure you're not gonna lose it. PCs are kind of sturdy. Oh, it's matured. Hello? Is it gonna do anything? One moment, I won't talk much in the chat. I will focus now. Yeah, take your time. I'm not the most, like, handy when it comes to PCs. I'll click it. I'm not the most, like, savvy with it when it comes to PC building. I think hardware-related PC problems are kind of... They're not my forte. But I will follow... If I can find a guide to do something, I will follow it to a T and do my best to fix it myself before I go ask someone else for help. It just sucks. It's hard to even do that nowadays, because like we were talking about, Google search is just kind of garbage. And it will not get you it will not get you to the guides you need. Prior to fixing my PC and upgrading it, I kept having an issue where things would just freeze randomly. I wouldn't understand why they're actually freezing. I understand now. I think my CPU was having a bit of a meltdown because of the fact it was the integrated graphics and CPU, and I was doing a lot with it. I was doing way more with it than that poor little CPU could handle. But it would do these little micro freezes, and I would kept trying to find information about it, but it was just impossible to figure anything out without troubleshooting myself. All you've got is yourself, is what I've learned after that forte of trying to fix my own PC issues. Even software-related issues can be so annoying to fix too. I've Googled some things about certain programs, and then you get... The worst is when you feel like you found the answer, and then everyone's saying, oh, thank you so much for this. Thank you so much. This helped me so much. And it's people from millions and millions of years going, oh, this was it. This was the solution. I needed this. And it doesn't work for you. And you go, why? Why doesn't it work for me? You just described the exact same problem I have. Technology is hard. I can understand why some people don't like messing with it. This game has so much dialogue and lore, but you have to do these dialogue and lore like over and over for all your different characters, so this is why I'm just skipping it. I've read all this before, and also, I'll be honest to you guys, it's not very interesting, so I'm doing you guys a favor. You don't want to hear any about this. You want to hear me yap more about computers and technology, and also our tech illiteracy problems. I always think it's fascinating when I see younger people and their struggles with tech literacy. But it's like the most basic of tech literacy issues. Sometimes I've seen people talk about... download something and I don't know where it went. And it's like, have you checked your download folder? And then they go, oh, thank you, that solved my problem. It's kind of wild. I can only imagine how much harder it is for people without a comp sci background to try and troubleshoot. Oh yeah, it can be really difficult. I have no comp sci background, so I end up having to Google so many things when there's issues. It's just like layers and layers of Googling. I don't think people really like doing that. I mean, I can't say I like doing it either, but I know some people that just, they can't follow that kind of, that flow of like, I have problem A, however, I need to like address this other problem and I need to research problem B as well before I can address problem A. And I've seen people just go like, I don't know how to fix problem A. It's doomed. It doesn't work anymore, damn it. I'll format it, I think. Oh no, I hope your PC isn't bonked. Major bonked. That's always the worst. I tried Control-Shift-Escape, Windows, Control-V. Okay, I can't say I know those hotkeys off the top of my head, but I'm sure you are trying your hardest over there. I am very bad with, I am not tech support though, so I don't know if I don't think I can help you, but I do hope it's okay. I hope you're going to figure it out. First one is the task manager one. Ah, okay. Oh, where's my skills? This quest is so bad. It's still cool to watch the live. Okay, as long as it's like, I mean, I'm happy that you're able to watch at least. Though I want you to also be able to enjoy, like, you know, have a functional computer. It's so crazy how expensive, you know, sometimes these computer problems can be so expensive, and it's like, that's another level of frustration. I was very frustrated when I realized the PC was no longer happy with just the parts I had, and I had to do a little bit of upgrading. And upgrades are not cheap. I know you can, like, there's cheaper alternatives to compared to what I did for my GPU, but it really wasn't even that much cheaper than the cheapest thing. I'm using my cell phone. I'm trying to turn my PC on, turning the computer back on, and no! Oh, is it not working? Oh no. It didn't work. Was it working before all this? I'm dying. Help. I need a potion here. Oh no! I was playing on it today? Oh no! I hope it's not something that requires, like, part replacements. Parts are so expensive now. You know, I was thinking of tech illiteracy, and I thought about this Twitter post I saw the other day. Or was it like the other week? I'm trying to think if it was the other week. Probably the other week. It was somebody talking about how they went up to a younger coworker and they saw that they were playing Mario on their phone, and then went, "Oh man, I didn't know you can emulate that kind of stuff on your phone." And then their coworker was so confused at what that even meant. They just said, what's an emulator? What's emulation? And I just, that kind of blew my mind that the term emulator was not in their vocabulary. And then I since learned a lot of a lot of people who are downloading games, the younger people downloading games on their phone, they just see it as like, I'm downloading an app. I'm downloading a game for my phone. Not that it's an emulation. There's people even in that post saying that is such a nerdy specific word that I've never heard of. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? The word, like, there's one thing to not know, you might not be familiar with what an emulator and a ROM is, but then it's like, okay, these things are dying before I can even do anything. Cancel. You know what Windows Control B does, right? It shuts the video browser with flashback, but it comes back. I am familiar with that. I just don't know. I didn't like know it off the top of my head. But what you described, yes, I have done that. Yeah, again, my computer knowledge, my hotkey knowledge is very, very limited. I feel like I don't know a whole lot. I can't memorize it off the top of my head, but if you describe what the function is, it makes sense to me. I just go, huh, though, when you describe a bunch of keys. But yeah, the young people, they don't know just following instructions villagely, or just getting the game to work. Oh, no. I think they know how to get the game to work, and they knew everything about it. They just didn't know what the term emulator was. They just call it a phone app. And I learned that's what a lot of young people do. They just call it, it's just a phone app. It's not an emulator, it's the phone app to play Mario. Or whatever game that they are emulating. Oh, I meant in order to not have... Just following it... Oh, yeah, I just don't get, like... The word emulation... I don't think it's a very... It's just... kind of blows my mind, like, how they don't know that word. Because I feel like that's basic, like, to emulate something. Like, to copy, like... And to call it a very nerd niche word, it kind of blew my mind, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I had a bit of a old moment where I went, the kids are not alright. The kids are not alright. But I'm trying to be kinder to the kids. The kids were losing from the get-go, so I gotta accept that they are, they need a lot of help. They need a lot of help. They don't make it easy, though, when they call certain words niche nerd words. I also even learned that these kids... They only really they use emulators mostly on their phones. But I guess that makes sense. I was emulating on my PC because that's all we had. What phone? What phone was I emulating? What a pain. I can't find any useful information on Google. Maybe ChatGPT. I don't know how good ChatGPT would be for your problem. I've always tried to see like how ChatGPT works at certain problems, and to me it doesn't do good at solving problems. I feel like problem solving, coding is one thing, but solving certain problems, I feel like it struggles. It didn't do anything for me when I was having issues. Switch emulators also? Oh yeah, I don't know too much about Switch emulation. That reminds me, I saw a crazy thing about how people's Switch 2s are getting bricked. Or like they can't play online because they were using one of those third-party cartridges that you can dump your game data in, basically to to emulate games. And Nintendo's doing nothing about it, and there's just so, like, of course, why would they? I'm sure a lot of these people are breaking some kind of copyright, and they're just, you know, breaking the TOS. But it is crazy to see the amount of people going, I bricked my Switch 2, what do I do? Help, 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 help. It's, I feel bad. They were probably they probably were doing something they've been doing for so long. I'm sure that was perfectly okay with the Switch 1. And I don't mean perfectly okay in Nintendo's eyes, but it was working for them on their Switch 1. I've never been the type to modify my consoles or even mess around doing like ROMs on any of them. I'm too much of a goody-good. I purchase my games. Ever since I've earned adult money, I feel less incentivized to pirate and do all that. Except sometimes, you know, with certain streaming services, sometimes you just want to watch a show and you don't want to pay, maybe you don't want to pay $10 a month just for one show. Then, you know, sometimes that's the one thing my adult wallet is sometimes struggling to pay for. I haven't really been into watching too many shows, though, so, you know, there's that. My wallet's been saved. I canceled a lot of streaming services the other day because I realized I just don't use them. I was like, when's the last time I actually went on Netflix? I went on there for Arcane, and then I just didn't do anything. A lot of this Nintendo stuff has done with the Switch too, making me reluctant to buy Nintendo products anymore. That's completely understandable. I think I get people's hesitation. I think it's a bit, they are being quite overly protective of their, like, brand and consoles to the point where you just don't own it anymore. So I get why there's a lot of people saying nope, won't do that. Won't engage in that. I see it hasn't really stopped their sales though. I thought it was going to maybe have much more of an impact. But lo and behold, they're breaking records. Switch 2 is like a record-breaking console seller now. Oh, hello, B, and thank you for checking in. Mood, I almost only watch YouTube and Twitch nowadays. Yeah, me too. I have a problem where I am a repeat watcher of YouTube videos. I have like my playlist of comfort videos, and I just keep them on repeat over and over and over and over and over again. Base MapleStory player. Ah, yeah. I love MapleStory. I play it a little bit too much. Play it a little too much. I'm hoping one day my dream is to play MapleStory with Miss Gigi Murrin of Hololive. That's my #1 dream. It doesn't surprise me. It's sad that it didn't make more of an effect, but it doesn't shock me. Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, as expected, unfortunately. I think the reality is your average consumer doesn't really care. They're not tuned in. They're either not tuned into these issues to begin with, or they don't care, or they feel like, what does this have to do with me? Oh, thank you for checking in, Carlotus. I still don't understand how the sales are doing so well. I get it doing well, but not the records they claim they are doing. I didn't think people had the disposable money or would just wait until it's more than just Mario Kart. I am honestly surprised at how well it's doing. I bought it, but I know, like, my amount of disposable money is, like, it's a little bit higher than I would say some of the average, like, people's income. And so I was surprised to see that it's literally selling like hotcakes. Because it's really expensive. For just the Mario Kart machine. It's really expensive for just the Mario Kart machine. Don't get me wrong, the Mario Kart machine I'm having a lot of fun with the Mario Kart machine. But it's a lot. It's a lot to spend. Are a lot of buyers using Afterpay or something? I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised, because I think that's just the trend of entertainment purchases and like disposable, you know, how do I say it, like purchases that aren't a necessity. Oops. Did you, like, I saw that article about Klarna. If you are familiar with Klarna in the United States, it's one of those buy now, pay later companies. And they are super duper in the negative right now after establishing shop in the US, because there's so many people using their services and they're just not paying back. Yeah, luxuries is the word slipped my mind. I think it's just because it's Nintendo. A lot of people buy for nostalgia, for if anything. Yeah, I could see that too. I just didn't know if nostalgia would be that strong of a factor, considering the economy is not in like the strongest of places. Usually those kind of luxuries like fall off pretty fast. Imagine living through the 2008 financial crisis and believing the American consumer can pay off debt. That's what I'm saying. Apparently Klarna it's a Swedish company, and it does well in Sweden, and so they surely thought, you know, we should set up in America. We can farm infinite money there, and they're just losing infinite money because people they're not paying back. I think the whole premise is that you can get these loans without it checking your credit. Unless your credit maybe is like very, very egregiously bad, or you have some kind of actual fraud associated with you. So people are just paying everything with Klarna and then saying, yeah, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You're going to ding my credit score that's already deeply, deeply in the negatives. I even know somebody that is just like using it. They're using it for food and saying, yeah, I need it for food. And that's so sad. There's a difference between canon. Well, some people are using this form of debt because they don't plan on paying it, but that's also very true. I'm sure there's a lot of nefarious doings here where people just are taking advantage of the fact there's not much of a penalty to not pay back. I think the whole buy now, pay later scheme is just kind of crazy. It is insane how prevalent it is. It is just insane. It is insane that I can make a purchase on food delivery apps, and I get asked, "Hey, do you wanna buy now, pay later your $20 taco?" It's like, what? Excuse me? Is that an option that I can buy? I can buy this taco and pay you back later in 4 different payments. You're going to take $4 off of my account for months until I pay you back this taco? Yay! Everything's falling apart! Woo! That's exactly how the 2008 financial crisis happened, more or less. Banks lending out money to people who are unreliable. Oh yeah, it's just interesting to see it in the scale of a private equity. You would think they'd know better, but here we go, repeating. History just repeats itself. Where am I going? Debt scares me as a strategy game player. Debt evil. Debt is pretty evil. I mean, credit cards are quite, like, they can be a huge boon to have a credit card. Like, it's really important to know how to use it. But I think the power of a credit card might be a little too much for your one guy. Sometimes, the idea of like having infinite power, aka $10,000 in your balance, that might be too much for one guy, your average one guy. Australia, New Zealand are about to regulate it like credit cards. It's probably for the best. I think it should probably reflect more like credit cards. Credit cards are still a bit, like there's a level of predation there, but at least there's barriers. It's hard to say if it's a good barrier or not, that you can't really just go willy-nilly getting one because there's direct impact and also a barrier of entry. Barrier of entry of regarding, you need what is it, a good credit score to be able to get kind of unlimited money. Need self-restraint, and some people lack enough to use it safely. Yeah, you need quite a bit of self-restraint. Yeah, it's just, I think, hard for some people to see it that it's not free money. It's money coming. You have to pay that back, But if you have self-restraint, it's a really powerful tool. Like, generating rewards is crazy. But it's just sad that the only reason they're able to offer those kind of rewards are because they're taking advantage. They're taking advantage of the people that don't have the self-restraint. Like me paying back my statement balance every month and getting like a few extra dollars in reward, like cash reward programs, is because there's a guy who is paying the minimum off of their $10,000 balance every month. Yeah, like, it isn't one of the leading causes of people's debt just failing to understand and control credit card debt? Yeah, it can be really hard. I think it can be a very slippery slope, like the slipperiest of slopes, because it's just, I mean, what do? You just swipe the card and then there's the money, there's the purchase, wham bam. And I think, I don't know how everyone else's mail is, but my mail is full of these bank companies saying, here's a credit card, we can auto, like, you can get this credit card right now, if you just like sign this application, you have a credit card right now. Please sign this application right now. Please sign this application right now. Don't read the little tiny text. Don't look at what's going on. I think I get like 10 of those every week. Hydrate the microbe. I will hydrate. Thank you, Curlotus. I think a big part of this, it might come from, there might be a bit of family dynamics here. I had like parents that were pretty like frivolous, or frivolous isn't the right word, but they kind of were not the most responsible when it came to credit cards. So I feel like I had to do a lot of learning myself to figure that out and how to responsibly manage credit cards. But I think if you don't do that kind of research yourself and you just saw your parents like are constantly swiping over and over, it's not surprising that kind of like debt you might just like encounter that. It's just it's just like a generational cycle of falling into debt over and over. I love credit cards that I get because I have zero income, so even the worst ones don't want me. Oh no. I think some of them have been so hilarious. I used to get way worse ones when I was a grad student with very minimal income. I only had my like stipend, which was what? My stipend at that time was maybe like 20K a year. That was all that's all I had to support myself as a grad student. And I would get the most predatory credit card ads. I would get junk mail maybe like to every single day saying, hey, do you want a credit card to handle your student loan debt? Here, think about here, take this credit card. Also, it's like 40% APR. It's like, what? Who's taking this? This is not a good offer. This is not a good deal. Not a good deal. Well, I'm throwing you away. Hi, Bubble. Hi. Hope you're having a good day. Nothing happened. I gotta find the quest. I still, even to this day, it's not even just credit cards. I get so many ads and mail about student loan debt consolidation, and I'm like, please stop sending me these letters. I don't need you. I wish I could just get rid of my mailbox sometimes. It's such a waste of paper. It's such a waste of everyone's time. Stop mailing me this garbage. Get away from me. Don't mail me anymore. I think I was away for my apartment for about a month, and then I came back and I had an angry note on my mailbox saying, your mailbox is full. And I'm like, I don't know. I was only gone for a month. How did you fill up my mailbox? And lo and behold, I open it up and it's like 90% garbage. 10% something. 10%'s even being generous there. Hello, where's the next part of this quest? Am I stupid? Am I stupid? There it goes. Yeah, it does need to be redone, little bro. It's gotta be redone. Yeah, sad. I know. This game has way too many things to do. Is that enough? Another party is challenging. Another party is challenging. Oh my god, is this game so bad? You're telling me in a server with like hundreds of other people, I have to wait for them to get out of this stupid boss? Please let me in. Let me in. Anyway, as we wait for this to go in, I'm gonna take a sip of my Sprite Zero with tea. As I said, my new obsession. I'm so obsessed with this drink. I don't know if it's like a time limited drink or if this is old. Like if this is like an old kind of drink and I just never heard of it before, but I kind of love it. It's like just bubbly Sprite. I mean, not bubbly Sprite, bubbly tea. Bubbly. Like bubbly sweet tea, like southern sweet tea. It's pretty good. I like it. Let me in. I'm so sad. I wish I had more food. I had more marinated salmon. I'm kind of hungry. I ate like 5 pieces of marinated salmon I made. And if you've never made marinated Korean salmon, it's so good. It's like one of my favorite dishes of all time. All you do is take some like sashimi salmon and then boil some soy sauce, sugar, and make like one of those like the classic soy saucy sauce, and you just put that in the fridge overnight, and it's just so good. Something about it's so addictive. So salty and sweet. I didn't make enough though. I should have bought more salmon. Oh my god, can these people finish up the boss? Are you guys slow? Okay. Oh, that reminds me. I was thinking of my own schedule. I'm not gonna be here Saturday, so I'll send the ad notice out. But I didn't realize that I have company coming over on Saturday, and I was like, oh no, I scheduled a stream already. I didn't realize they were coming that early. But because of that, I won't have my Deltarune stream. Oh, there we go. I have a bacteria. One of my undergrad buddies is coming to visit me, so I'm pretty excited to see her. Ow. We're also going to a concert next week, so I'm excited for that. One of my favorite K-pop talents is coming to New York City, so I did not expect him to ever come here. So I was so excited. We were like, we have to go. We used to like talk about this all the time in undergrad. Also, how did I die there? Why didn't my magic guard work? I haven't done this. I play a lot of MapleStory, but like this year, like earlier this year, I didn't play too much, mostly because I was so I've been so busy like setting up a lot of stuff with work, and also you guys fell on the ground. I've been busy setting up things with work and also doing the VTubing career, quote unquote. Why not? Oh, my pet died. That's why it's not healing. And that reminds me, I have to record some more videos. I am so close to finishing one of the videos I have in mind. It's just taking me a little bit of time because I'm so slow at video editing. I say I got faster, but I still feel like I can speed things up way better. I think I need to like think about more of my workflow. Also, it might help if I actually, I don't know, scripted and thought about what I want instead of my current workflow when I edit any videos is I go, okay, let's just kind of vibe and feel out what I want. I should be more like, you know, systematic, whatever. Though I feel like you can tell the last two videos I just released, the little shorts, I feel like you can tell I just kind of I just record those. I think sometimes I record shorts where I'm just literally, I'm like, what do I want? What am I thinking about right now? And then that one, I saw a picture of blood agar plates that looked like strawberry jelly, and I was like, I want strawberry jelly. And then that's how random videos like that are born. This content is so boring. But we have to get through it. That's how these games are. There's so much like, I don't want to do this, but I'm kind of forced to do it because I need to do this because or else I'm never going to get progress. And progress is everything. Progress is everything in a game like this. Woo. Okay. I still, going back to video editing, I still have the tier list video I need to edit. I don't know why I keep putting that off. I think it's, oh my gosh, my computer does not like these eels. That's funny how it's funny how laggy it is. Well, it is so laggy. Stop it. Speaking, I was thinking about like my plans for tomorrow because I think I need to go grocery shopping again. I was thinking of going to a different grocery store for the first time. I usually have, you know, you have like your main grocery store, but there is this new one that just opened up near me, and I'm like, should I go check out what that grocery store is like? Should I go cheat on my my main grocery store and see how another grocery store is like? What if I like that grocery store better? Then I feel kind of bad because I feel like the cashiers, they recognize me in the current grocery store I go to. What if I don't? What if I stop seeing them? They won't see my smiling face as I grab Sprite Zero, as I grab a Sprite Zero with tea. Oh, frick frack! I forgot all about this boss. I'm stuck. Okay. Okay. Hello. I have auto cures? No, I guess I just... Oh my gosh. Whatever. Just die from this. Just die from here. Okay. I'm gonna wait for my skill to come back up, I guess. Before I go to the Princess Snow, I do have an ad break coming up. I think I will use that opportunity in 4 minutes to grab water instead of just sipping on Sprite Zero and tea and going, ah, yes, I'm being hydrated. I'm being very, very hydrated and nourished right now. I might also grab a snacky snack. A snacky snack. Though I think my snack options are kind of limited right now. I don't really want to get ice cream. Ice cream is not a very good stream-friendly snacky snack. I don't think I have crackers. Okay, well, we might not be able to get the snacky snack, but I will get water. Okay. Hello? Hello? I would like her to give me things. Do we get a lot of things? Do we have enough things to make a thing? I didn't count how many things I got. Hold on. Did I get 10? 6. 6. At least it's reset almost. Okay, well that boring content's out of the way now, so we can go on to the other, like, mindless content. The mindless Subway Surfer content. I'm trying to think what would be the best thing to do now, right before reset. I can grind. I can, like, farm some XP, I guess. Oh, I can't sell that. Oopsie. Okay, well, I'll sell that after reset. You know, if you don't know anything about this game, I'll tell you some funny things. This game is super duper 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 super duper duper omega triple buggy. They've recently had a patch and the game was just like completely down for 50 hours. It was down for... It was just completely down. They had maintenances and then they had to keep taking it down and they didn't know when they were going to bring the game back up. it's so crazy how like incredibly like spaghetti this game is. Does this game have a Thursday reset? Yes, like content resets on Thursdays, which is a little weird. And it resets. The time is based on UTC, so it's going to reset in around 30 minutes, so like 8 p.m. EST. And then that's when it'll be Thursday in game. Boom, boom. It's like inconsistent though. Some things in this game they reset. Like there's a lot of different. There's so much content like and things to do in this game, and stuff can like reset on Sunday, like a Monday, and then there's stuff on Thursday. It's all over the place. It's quite a spaghetti game. Okay, now the ad is starting, I'm going to take a mini break, and I will see you guys in a bit after I go use the bathroom. I have to use... I feel like Tuesday is the most common reset day. I've heard that before too. I'm not super familiar. I think Tuesday tends to make a little bit sense, but Thursday feels always so odd. Maybe because it feels like it's not even at the end of the like work week to really take advantage of like all the things you can do. You have to kind of still wait a few days before you can really do anything. And then sometimes I find that I'm also super busy on the days before the reset, like the Thursday reset, so I don't have a whole lot of time to get things going. Okay, I'll be right back. I will see you guys in a bit. Hello, I'm back. I got a snack. We got water and I found a perfect stream snack, which is mangoes. Now that it's summertime, I've been so into buying so many mangoes. It's crazy. I think I go to the store to buy some mangoes so often because I usually just only buy one because I don't want to I don't want to overcommit and buy too many mangoes. And so I just buy one and then I cut it up and I go, "Oh my gosh, I need another one." And so I take a walk to get another mango. Welcome back. Thank you. Weetabix. Thank you. I've been super into, the classic tahine and chamoy sauce that you put on mangoes. If you never had it, it's like a spicy, fruity, like hot pepper sauce and some hot pepper flakes. So when you mix it with the really, really ripe sweet mangoes, it's just so good. It's probably one of my favorite summer snack. It's been keeping me going. It's been keeping me going in this terrible, terrible heat. Oh, thank you for the follow, Cappy Sheep. Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? What do I even want to do, you guys? Hello. Hello, Cappy. I should talk to the Threads of Fate people. This game, sometimes it's like I experience, what do you call it, like decision paralysis, because of the fact there's so much to do. Sometimes I just go, what do I want to do? I can do anything. It's up to me to figure out what I want to do. I think some people take that better than others. I feel like I take it maybe the worst because I go, I don't know, I have to do everything though. If I don't do everything, I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna die right here if I don't do everything I can. Maybe we'll just end mindless grind for a bit. Farm. I think that's why maybe open world games are also not my strong suit. I kind of love linearity in games where this game is just telling me, oh yeah, you go this direction and then you go this next direction and everything's good. Too high level. 245, 248, 246. Sure, why not? There's a Fate on Challenger World. Oh my. Yeah, I have I feel like I kind of have to sweat a bit because I'm playing Sia without a Hyperburn. So I feel like I kind of need all the resources I can get. I did finish all my item burning at least. I just have to get to 260 to beat Lucid. But I have to do quite a bit of grinding. I also didn't get there was a bug today with today's maintenance if you don't play this game. And there was a bug where people were getting like an egregious amount of an item that helps you level very easily. It basically gives you like a guaranteed level at a certain point. And I did not unfortunately receive that boon because it was kind of random who got it and who didn't. Same with WoW, there's a current content that can be done to keep up with the power grid, but also 20 years of other content you can also do. Oh yeah, I feel that's very similar to this game. It's just like there's so much there is so much to do. And sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming to figure out like what do you exactly want to do. I think it doesn't help. I took quite a bit of I took like a few months break prior to playing this again. And this is also, I feel like it's kind of overwhelming at times to remember, what do you do in this game again? Do you feel the CA changes pre and post maintenance? Oh yeah, I do. It's kind of crazy. I feel like some of these changes are pretty insane. Like, I think her Ray is so, like, her main skill rate is so big, and also boom is kind of... I feel like this is also good for farming now. Actually, maybe I should just use this. It hits the top and bottom plat. Does it hit that? Okay. If only you could jump and attack. That would make this class like way nicer to play. But I'm also just maybe... I like Sia. I like this class so far. And it's fun. It's cute. I just like how it's a cute girl, I'll be honest. The cute girl gets me. I normally play an Angelic Buster on Chronos, and I have her at... she's 285. And I really play her just because she's a cute character. So what is MapleStory? It's you know, it's just a Korean MMO. If you know what if you are familiar with Korean MMOs, like I think that enough is like to go, yes, I'm so sorry for your loss. Basically, there's a you get levels, fight bosses, get gear treadmill, etc., etc. If you're not familiar with it, it's just a lot of like, you have to spend a lot of time to make progress. It's MMORPG. Yeah, I love AV. I love all the new design of these classes. Lynn, Lara, and the new Len are so cute. Oh, I know. I am super excited for Len, Ren, whatever, however they want to decide to translocalize her name. I've been hoping for like a cute bunny girl for so long. That's been like my number one like desire for the new Maple classes. For like forever. I was like, please, can we get a cute bunny girl? I know we can get a cute bunny girl because the animas are animals, and there's a cute bunny girl NPC even in the anima story. So can we just get a cute bunny girl? Most Korean animals I've seen have a bit more jiggle and shine in them. Yeah, that's true. A lot of the Korean MMOs tend to be a lot more like realistic looking. I have to say, I'm not usually a big fan of them. I think the style is almost it's a little too much. It's a little too much for me. It's a little too much jiggle. I'm a huge fan of these graphics in MapleStory. I think this pixel sprite style is like, it's so timeless, and so it's really beautiful to me. I'm just a sucker for pixels. Okay, I really like the size of the new boom. The new boom is kind of crazy. It makes it farm similar to Bishop, the class. Like, there's just like this area of effect around you. Even more pixel. Yes. I like any kind of pixel art I'm a big fan of. This is like definitely more style, like not stylized, but like there's a lot more detail. But even like bare bones pixel art is like so pretty. Even like look at Deltarune and Undertale. That level of pixel art is also really pretty and attractive to me. Even though I know some people would argue Delta and Undertale are kind of ugly, I think there is an aesthetic style to them, and I'm a big sucker for style. I think style is always going to get me more than actually how it looks. I generally like games with style to them and less realism, yeah. I was, when I was playing Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, it was like one of the first games I've really played in the current modern gaming generation where it had really realistic, quote-unquote, realistic graphics. And so I was kind of blown away at the level of like fidelity and detail in the faces and bodies and the environment. I was like, oh, this is the games that these are the games people normally play. I feel like I just play like anime stylized games. Sorry if it's too personal, but I saw you're a scientist. Are you still in academia, postgrad, or go straight to industry? Oh, no, not too personal at all. I am pretty open about my science career. In fact, I love talking about it and discussing it. So, you know, you're free to ask any questions about that. So for my scientist career, I was in grad school for a bit, dropped out, and now I currently work. I don't know if I can call it really industry, but I work at it's a cancer center, and I work there as a science writer. I'm not exactly a bench scientist anymore. I instead write about cancer research and send that information to doctors so they can understand how to treat their patients based on whatever their cancer profile is. So if they have specific cancer mutations, they can I will write, oh, this cancer mutation is sensitive to this therapeutic indication in this cancer type. So, here, make sure you can take that information. Generally, the doctors, they are pretty knowledgeable about what's going on, but sometimes there's research or investigational therapeutics that they're not aware of. So that's where, I really shine. But yeah, I did not finish grad school because I realized I didn't want to be a bench industry scientist. I've been curious about the abstract you're writing was about. Oh, so it's an abstract for my job. We had to submit an abstract because we want to do a poster session. We want to do a poster presentation at the conference. It's a conference for doctors. It's like the annual pathology conference, basically. It's very doctor focused, and they asked me if I could write it, which I was surprised about because usually at work the more senior scientists want to usually do that because it can be very tricky writing those kind of abstracts. So they gave me the opportunity to do it, and it was kind of last minute, so I had to really sit down and do some crunch time and work on that. I submitted the draft today to my team, and they're gonna get back to me and see how it looks because it's kind of due. It's due on Monday. We don't have a lot of time. I misunderstood your explanation. I thought you were in more public journal thing, not like doctor focus. Oh yeah, the thing is, it's not just doctors that use our service because it's basically a service we provide. We communicate with a lot of academics, researchers, industry workers, basically anybody who cares about biomarkers in cancer. We communicate with them. Oh, very cool. That sounds like a really interesting role in scientific communication. Thank you. I'm just finishing grad school and I'm worried about my career stuff. If it's okay for me to ask, what kind of are you in a biomedical career, or are you studying biological sciences? And there's so many options, honestly. I think it can be kind of overwhelming at times to figure out where to go after grad school. Because at least for me, I always felt like my choices were it felt binary in a way, where it's like, oh, you have to go to academia or you have to go to industry. And I was like, what if I don't really like either of those things? I do physics, so the bio stuff is so far out of my wheelhouse. Science. I appreciate any kind of science. Scientists, we're all gotta stick together, even when we don't really know much about the other person's thing. Also, I'd like for now, thank you for answering your questions. Looking forward to more streams. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sticking around. And nice that you were given the opportunity. Yeah, I was really excited. I'm pretty happy that they entrusted me with it because it is very tricky to write these abstracts. That means they felt confident enough in my writing, which I was like, wow, you like my writing? Sometimes it's like the imposter syndrome really hits you. Physics has a whole set of things it can go for. Oh yeah, physics, I'm sure there's similar to like the biomedical sciences. I'm sure all of these STEM careers, they have so many different opportunities for careers. It's just very rarely spoken about what other alternatives there can be besides academia, like being a professor versus industry research and R&D. I used to complain to my grad school that they should really offer more panels and workshops about alternative career focuses. But I remember I was told very distinctly by my, was it my advisor? No, it was basically the dean. It was the dean who's told me, that does sound nice in theory, but also the school, like, there is kind of importance of making sure people, they graduate, become professors. They really wanted to push their students into being in academics. So they weren't interested in doing workshops related to careers outside of academia. And I was like, okay, that's kind of garbage though. I feel like that's kind of bogus to not do that because of your own little statistics. I like ruined their statistics. I ruined their statistics by I dropped out, and then I dropped out and didn't do anything like in the academic field. Weaponize the imposter syndrome. You're not the only imposter. Everyone is, and you need to wrestle a cut of the scam. I know. I have tried my best to start framing my thinking in that way. I always have to remind myself, like, I feel like everyone feels like this. Everyone, I think, to a degree, feels like they don't belong, or they're just an imposter. But whenever you talk to people, they go, "No, I don't know what I'm doing either." We just all assume everyone knows what they're doing, but it's like, can't be farther from the truth. And then when you do meet someone who says they know what they're doing, or at least maybe I go, maybe it's just me, but I go, you don't know what you're doing. And I can tell you don't know what you're doing. There was, I remember in one of my labs, there was a person who was very confident about certain things and certain techniques and what to do in the lab. And when I first joined, I was like, oh, they're really, really good. They really know their stuff. I should really listen to them. And as I got more familiar with the lab, I was like, wait a second. This guy's a phony. This guy doesn't know anything. I didn't call him out or anything, but it was kind of a funny moment. Yeah, most people who say they know don't know as much as they think. What is it? The Dunning-Kruger effect? As you like, the people who are very good say they don't know much, and then the people who are not skilled, they say, yeah, I know everything. I'm so good at this. I'm an expert at this. So fascinating. I feel like I see that in effect so often. I'm always surprised that the world functions that way. Yeah, I think it's interesting that it just seems to be a consistent thing, huh? It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter even what you're even talking about. I'm talking about academics, but I've seen this so many times in video games too, in video game communities, where people are very, very confident about how to do something and how good they are, and they're loud about how good they are, and then you go, I smell something fraudulent. An imposter. An actual imposter. That's crazy. Even when you're cognizant of this, it can be hard at times to remind yourself of that. It feels like you have to go, oh, I don't know. What if this time I am the imposter? What if this time I do suck? And I honestly have not had. I'll be honest. I don't think that's been true once yet. But my brain will not escape that kind of griefing. I had a moment of spiritual horror in the last month before graduation because I've been against becoming an educator for so long because I don't want to deal with students, and then I helped 3 people with passing our biochemistry lab by giving them lectures, and I was like, I actually enjoy this. This was great. No, I don't want to suddenly be interested in teaching. No! It's comforting to know that I'm not the only one completely lost. Yeah, I feel like I had a similar moment regarding that. I used to, when I was in high school, I used to be told, like, oh, you're like you're really good at writing. Like, have you considered some kind of writing based career? And I was like, and I would always go, no, I don't want to do anything writing related. I'm like, that's like not my interest whatsoever. I don't care that much. And then it's like, it's funny. I've come to a realization after all these years. I somehow ended up in that position. It's just kind of manifests funny like that. I had like a moment where I was like, they were right. How did they know? How did they know that this was gonna happen to me? If only I knew earlier. And if I knew that this was gonna be the path earlier, I wouldn't have gone through the hell of PhD. There was a time when I thought I wanted to be an educator as well. I wasn't really against it. However, I did like struggle thinking about, oh, do I really want to be an educator? Do I want to be like, I like teaching, but do I want to make it my career of just teaching people, or should I just like find things where I can teach people without having it be my career, you know? I don't know. I probably wouldn't enjoy really putting together lectures and all that. I want to be a researcher, so I always knew I'd want to be a professor, but I don't want to like it just for the education. Yeah, it's okay. This was your calling, B. You are meant to be the educator. Don't deny your destiny. I couldn't deny my destiny of being a writer, and here we are. Here we are now. We were always destined to do these things. I think the aspect of needing to be a researcher was also one of the parts that didn't appeal to me for being a professor. They would always talk about academia, and I was like, I don't mind teaching students, but I know like so many schools, it's not just teaching component. You also usually have to have some kind of research. I just thought, oh, I don't want to be at the bench. I think I had a feeling for a long time that I didn't want to do wet lab research, but I just kind of kept denying it. I just figured maybe the feeling will come. Maybe the feeling of wanting to do bench work will finally deep like find its way into my soul, and I will tell you, it never did. There's certain aspects of research I miss, but they're very superficial. The thought of doing experiments, oh my gosh, I think I'll blow. I would actually blow up. I would actually explode if I did anything right now. If you told me to get up and go into a lab right now, I'd probably explode. If you can't see, this is like the Subway Surfer aspect of this game. I'm just literally going in a circle and doing the same thing over and over and over and over. That's why I said this is a yapping stream in disguise, because this is literally stuff for you to have intrigue. It's stuff to have intrigue on the screen. Quick check the incubators. Oh my gosh. The thought of going to check something to make sure, like at this hour, because you've triggered a response. I'm joking, of course, but you've triggered something in my deeply receded into my brain where I feel like I did something wrong, and then I get a text message after hours saying, "Hey, you forgot to do this," and I just went, "Oh my gosh!" I go into the office. I'm surprised how often some jobs require research when it doesn't really apply to jobs. Like Chinese doctors are required to have published a paper. Oh yeah, that's one of the big problems with reason why there's paper mills in general in China. All these doctors need to have a research paper. They don't want to do research. They don't want to go to a lab. They don't want to do any of that work. So they just buy a paper. They should deeply consider what their structure of their reason why they need a research paper. I think it's important to a degree to understand medical research. However, requiring a paper is not the same thing as making sure a doctor is knowledgeable in medical research. Oh, right, you're EST. It's almost 8. Yeah. Yes, I am EST. It is almost 8 p.m. Doesn't feel like 8 p.m. It's the classic summertime feeling of I look out the window and it looks like it's 5 p.m. because it's so bright outside. I will probably even go for a walk after stream, just so I can get some steps in. I feel like I didn't get to move around much today, so my legs are feeling restless. I need to move. I need to do something. I need to do something with this energy. I think it's gonna rain though, but hopefully maybe I'll miss the rain. Maybe the rain will go away before I go on the walkie. Wanderlust taking over. Yeah. It's kind of funny. If I don't take a walk nowadays, I feel something is deeply wrong. Something's wrong. I've been going on walks every day now. Every day now for like 2 weeks. I know that's not super impressive, but it's become a habit, and so if I don't do it, something's wrong. And now my legs are saying, "Where's the walkie? Where's the?" It's like I've been conditioned like a dog. I don't mind the rain. I like rain when I'm sitting at home. Though, if it rains, it's a good opportunity. It's a good opportunity to use my rain boots and raincoat. I don't get many chances to do that. I bought like these cute pink rain boots, and I haven't worn them too often, but every time I've done it, it makes me feel like I'm truly living anime girl lifestyle. The consistency is impressive. Yeah, it's so hard. I feel you really need to do things consistently. Every aspect in life, I feel it gets better with consistency, and it's almost upsetting how consistency is so good. And like healthy habits are about doing things consistently. It doesn't even have to be that much every day. I started building the habit just even doing a like 5-minute walk outside, and now it's made a positive impact in my life. It's almost upsetting how good it is, you know? And CET right now, so it's 1:43 a.m. Oh, it's so late. Central European time. Yeah, I'm in my magical girl era. I'm in my magical girl era with pink rain boots and a pink raincoat. I've been super into the pink raincoat and rain boots over using an umbrella, because when you're walking on the sidewalks, it's just so nice not having to do that stupid little maneuver when you encounter other people with an umbrella during a rainy walk, where you go, "Oh, sorry," and then you get a little bit of rain on you because you had to position your umbrella wrong. But now, when I go outside in my raincoat, I just go, "Yep, I'm walking." I don't have to do anything. I'm just walking. I just walk and walk and walk. The only downside is raincoats. This is really, nobody cares except me. And I'm making it out to be worse than it is, but I feel like I'm so loud when I walk in my raincoat. I just hear because it's, you know, the fabric, the kind of fabric it is. It's just really crinkly and waterproof, and I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm being a nuisance. I'm being so loud and walking everywhere and making I'm contributing to noise pollution every step I take. I doubt anybody cares. It's just me being making up stories in my head. Stupid health, why do you have to be the way you are? We really weren't built to last. We really weren't. I get like that for my heavy winter clothes. Oh yeah, I feel the same way when I'm super decked out in my winter gear and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm being a nuisance here. That's just added as sound effects. Yeah, it's my magical girl era where I'm the main character and everyone has to hear where I'm walking. Do you have sound sensitivity by any chance? I kind of do. I'm pretty sensitive to like certain high-pitched noises, and I think certain sounds, and I think that the raincoat clashing noise really gets to me, and I'm like, oh god, I'm super keen now. I'm super aware. I'm hyper aware of what I'm doing. My noise sensitivity is particularly bad for like vacuuming noises. That's the #1 thing that gets me. I really hate the sound. I have to wear headphones usually when I'm vacuuming because I really hate that sound. Also hand dryers. Ugh, I hate the sound of hand dryers. It's really high pitched. It's so high pitched, and also hand dryers are kind of gross. I just don't. Oh, hand dryers are just kind of worse. No, they're just kind of bad. Humans were supposed to die at 30. No wonder bodies fall apart as we're headed to double or triple. Yeah. It is quite impressive how far we can take our little bodies. I mean, there's like some medical advancement wonders there, but also we're definitely doing a good job ourselves optimizing our health. We've figured out the code. It's consistency and doing things and moving your body, but also not moving your body too much. Moving your body the right amount. The whine sound. Yeah, it's the whine sound. The little noise. It's so bad. It's like it really bothers my ear. When I was a kid, I would be really it would be super uncontrollable for me. When I would hear that, I have to like instinctively cover my ears because it physically felt like I was dying. As long as you stay active, people can naturally be healthy long after 30. Yeah, for sure. You can definitely you can live a nice long healthy span. I think there's a big difference between like age span and health span. I think sometimes people underestimate their health span. You can live quite a healthy life. I am sometimes surprised when I hear people that are near my age and they talk about how much pain they're in every single day. And I'm sure there's also like, I'm not gonna blame them because, you know, there's chronic health issues of all kinds. Who knows what these people might have. But I know so many people that complain that they live in constant pain, their back always hurts, and I feel so bad. And then it makes me very grateful about my own health because I wake up and I can't say I'm in much pain, if any pain. I don't really experience back pain or anything. I am very grateful I don't have a level of background noise pain. The leading causes of death are injury, evil mosquitoes, we ate too much too badly, now our bodies can't function, our DNA is falling apart like a pair of ripped jeans. Like a pair of ripped jeans, it's a good way to put it. We ate too much too badly is definitely a big part of it. it's so hard to avoid it's so hard to avoid all the tasty treats that we as a society have created. They make literally the most incredibly palatable foods and then say, "Hey, you can't eat too much of it or else you'll get really sick." And it's like, "What? Why'd you make it so tasty then?" How dare they do this, the food scientists? The food scientists went and got us. How long your life is without something important: breaking, diabetes, cancer, disease, and murder, accidents, I guess. Yeah, those are definitely the leading causes. Where are my XP coupons? I don't really want to use one of these. I'll use one, I guess. Yeah, inactivity. You really can't be inactive. I kind of hate to say that because it feels like it's almost like insane how even a little bit of activity can do so much for your body. I can't say I was the most active for most of my life. I was pretty sedentary for a long time. And it's only recently I've tried to be more mindful and, exercise regularly, move my body regularly. Because, it is quite, I hate to say it, like, it's kind of like a privilege to be able to move our bodies so, like, carefully, like, so easily, I should say. There's so many people that can't do that, so I've tried to take better care of myself, and it's clearly done something good because I don't experience like most of the pain that a lot of my people my age say they are experiencing. Our society and oh yeah, let me hydrate. Thank you, Carlotus. Our society isn't built for being alive anymore. Stress, inactivity, food that's practically poison. I feel it's always so hard to talk. Food is such a... I kind of wish I was a food scientist. I think food science, especially our current food science, is so fascinating because of this what they have to do is making things like very, very palatable and desirable to eat. And then there's also this aspect of how we don't want to kill them. We don't want to kill people. I'm just fascinated by like these junk food companies. We're all being inactive right now unless one of us is on stream while watching the stream. I really need to... One of the things I want to invest in the future is a standing desk and a walking pad. I would love to be able to walk and do some work. I don't think I would want to walk and stream, but sometimes I just don't want to sit anymore. I can get so restless. I wish I could stand up and do something. I'm sure your mental health is being assisted by the activity. Oh, for sure. I was quite... when I think about my more sedentary days, I feel like I was pretty... I had a lot of lows, a lot of sad days. And just not being very kind to myself. And just kind of like wallowing. A lot of wallowing. I don't really feel like that anymore. It's been a while since I feel like I've felt truly the pits of despair. It could also be contributed to the fact that I'm now super far away from the thing that was making me miserable, which is grad school and research. But that's maybe a different story too. The thing I heard that kicked me into doing something was finding out muscle mass heavily connects a chance of being diabetic long term. Yeah, the amount of muscle... There's so much research, honestly, about like how muscle mass can affect... Like, losing muscle mass can do many, many negative things to your health. It's not even about it's not about like being super muscle gym bro either. It's just about make sure you're not losing too much muscle, because as you age, it's just natural to lose a degree of muscle and you start gaining more fat tissue, especially visceral fat tissue. You're just that's the predisposition of aging. So you have to do your best to be a bit physically active to prevent that. Not just physically active, also like eating right. You can't eat too much of this hyper palatable food. How can we make this as addictive as possible? Food science and the nutrition side, which my mom is part of. At least she was. Ah, yeah, I'm kind of jealous. That was something I was super interested in. Oh, goodbye, Carlotas. Good night. It's very late for you, so I hope you have a good night. I wanted to get more into food science, but it was something I didn't really know how to do. Like, I didn't know who I could even go to in undergrad to talk more about that, and so that never really came up again either. I've never heard of that use of visceral. Oh, yeah, it's literally the fat of that's usually it's visceral fat is the most dangerous kind of fat. That's the fat that's like surrounding your organs. And so when you get too much of that, your organs start getting squished, and the function is now getting you have to work much harder to have 100% organ function. Not great. When I would work with fat mice for research, they would have so much visceral fat, and it's kind of funny looking. It's really yellow, like really deeply colored. And you can tell how when you cut one of those bad boys open, you can understand how it would do harm to your body when there is just so much of it. It's insane how much of it there is. I think usually in humans, it's men that are more susceptible to that kind of fat. That's why you can see like older gentlemen and they have those giant bellies. They have those big giant bellies that you don't normally see. You don't normally see on women as frequently. I mean, it still happens, but the visceral fat will get everyone. Can get everyone if they aren't careful with their diet and activity. I will avoid anatomy if it kills me. I'm not a big I never took anatomy and physiology class, so it was a lot of trouble at first when I started working with animal models, because I didn't really know where things were. I was like, is this it? And my PI would go, oh, no, that's not even close to what you're looking for. I think I pointed at a kidney and I was like, what's this? Like, what's this thing just hanging out over here? Because how am I supposed to know? It was just a little guy. It's just a little guy in a sea of fat. I don't think it helps it was like in a sea of fat mice. You're just poking around and you're going through all these waves of animal fat, pads and pads of animal fat. And I feel like I find major organs, but nothing else. This is a really complicated find. I surely did not even undercover like all the organs in a mouse. Like, you kind of, when you're doing mice research, you're kind of laser focused on the one thing you need to get. I messed up. The intrusive thought saying, fry it. Fry it. It's so hard to... If you've ever cut open a mouse, it's so hard to think anything except, my gosh, this stinks. It's so stinky. I can't. There's a stench of a mouse surgery and organ extraction that will never leave my nostrils. I guess it's kind of like a dead. It's basically a dead body. It's not decayed yet, but there's a stinkiness to it, and I really hated it. And then we would usually do those kind of things on our lab benches, which was near our cubicle where we would normally do our work. And sometimes the stench, it's just there. It doesn't go away. I have a similar experience, and oh god, I know. I think there's no other way to express that until it's hard to describe it if you've never been in that kind of situation. But when you have been in that situation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a stenchy stench, a stinky stink, and it just lingers. It lingers there, and also doesn't help. You're also working with stinky little mice, and they're just peeing and pooping all over before their death. I will literally faint at the smell of dog birth. I don't mind any other smells from the OR, but that one makes my brain stop. Dog birth? Oh my gosh. I don't know anything of... I've not smelled that smelly smell, but I'm sure it's not dissimilar to what I'm describing. My dad's a veterinarian. Oh, cool. Your mom worked in food science and your dad's a veterinarian. How fun. What cool careers for parents. Yeah, you've been around surgery stuff for ages. I probably... If you told me to cut open a mouse right now, after the years I spent doing that for research, I probably will say no. No, thank you. I will not do that. Nope. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Does mean both my parents are doctors? Zero pressure there. Yeah, I guess I can see, I see what you mean. Oh, what about this hamster? No, I don't wanna cut up anything. We're not performing operations on anything. I have a squirrel over here. There's a squirrel. I just thought about. You said squirrel. I got jump scared today because there was a squirrel in my fire escape, and it just threw itself. It threw itself at my window, and I was in a meeting discussing something at work, and all of a sudden I hear this loud bang on my fire escape window, and I wonder, is someone trying to get me? Is someone coming after me? And then I open the blinds, and it's just a stupid squirrel who just banged his head into my window. The squirrel mafia is after me. They're here to get they're here to get what they deserve. I don't have any acorns for them. I don't have anything for them. They can keep throwing themselves at the fire escape window if they want. But they're not getting a single nut from me. Oh my gosh, this game is so buggy. I just saw someone describe a bug in the chat. There's supposed to be an event where you get equipment, and the UI is gone. They just took out the UI. It's not supposed to be gone until September. Oh my gosh, this game is like held together by like pasta strings, literal like wet noodle pasta. I've been around my brother too much recently. My first thought was a nuts joke. Oh. Classic brother joke. Classic brother. I can't. I just don't get it. This game is so bad sometimes. I have mangoes and I like ate one and then forgot to keep eating them. Delicious. Yummy. Oh, that one had a little bit too much. Too much. I am also held together by wet noodles. They're called my circulatory and nervous system. You know, I love those pictures of just the nervous system detached, like just showing that and detached from everything else. I think it's just so fascinating. I'm like, what do you mean that's me? That's just what's going on inside me right now? That's wild. That's wild stuff. My gosh, what is that noise outside? I think the squirrel mafia is trying to get me. I hear like loud animals. I think the squirrel mafia they heard me and now they're here to collect what's rightfully theirs again. Okay. Okay, squirrel mafia. Okay. Okay, they've chilled. They've chilled. Kind of a tangent, but have you... Oh, my computer was not happy with that. Have you heard of Dwarf Fortress? I have heard of Dwarf Fortress. I've never played it myself, though. I've heard things about how it's an incredibly addictive game, though. Like, the people that play it for many hours. Oh, I didn't do that. Okay, I can do that. Sorry. I'm getting, there you go. Can you do it? Thank you. I'm getting told to do things. I'm getting told to do it. Okay, there you go. Sorry, guild people. Not running the best guild I can be running. You better buy some cashews for them. I don't have any nuts right now. Maybe I should buy some nuts. I think I will be ending stream shortly, so I can go on a walk before it gets too dark. It's not unsafe to go in a walk in the dark in the city. There's so many people that I doubt anything would happen. Hello. Oh, why? Oh, you can't manage guild skills. Okay. Okay. Fixed it. Oh my gosh. It's so hard being an owner of a guild. They ask so much of you. I loved one of the devlogs where the guy was testing the necromancy and was like, I skinned a creature and left the bones as a separate pile to the meat and skin and summoned a necromancer. Sorry, my OBS decided to freeze. The necromancer proceeded to reanimate both the flesh and bones as two separate undeads. I was going to fix this but decided that this is actually fairly on brand and left it as is. Those are some amazing dev notes. I love when like games are run by people, they're created by people who just clearly love what they do. Independent and nerves brought that to mind. Like, gosh, that's such a good devlog. Meanwhile, on a game like MapleStory, you just have You have it's run by a billion-dollar company, and it's the notes make no sense. It's like, geez, thank you for the plate of garbage. Just a single guy too. Oh, that's even more impressive. Have a good walk. Oh yeah, I will. I gotta get my Pikmin. My Pikmin need to spread, like, walk. Dwarf Workers devlogs are great, and Sims bug fixes. Oh, I love Sims bug fixes. I love out of context Sims bugs fixes. It's so funny. It'll be something like the Grim Reaper can now, like, he can now shower. It's like, oh, thank you, like the stuff like that is just so, like, it's so mwah, just like hilarious. Mm. Mm. Did he do it? Okay. I wish. It's sad. We needed some more. We needed some more points so we can get this skill. But oh well. Teenagers who are on fire will no longer be forced to attend graduation before putting themselves out. Yeah, I love that's so good. Babies will no longer be stuck to mother's hands while they are driving a car. Oh yeah, it's so good. I kind of want to play The Sims. Video pause. I don't really want to play this playlist, though. Let me go to a different playlist. Can no longer get the dream to become enemies with your own child. But what if I do want to be enemies with my own child? What if I'm supposed to be a villain and I need to... My sim is a villain and I need to become an enemy with my child? I want to play Sims. Maybe we'll do a Sim streams in the future. We have so many things we can play. I was a big fan of Sims 3. I don't think I have more than like 5 hours in Sims 4. So it might be fun to play Sims 4 just to see what it's like. But I always hear it's not as good as Sims 3. Yeah, everyone said... I always wanted to create a godchild. A godchild. Everyone says Sims 3 is better. Yeah, I've always heard that too. When I played Sims 3, it was like... It came out and it felt so groundbreaking. As someone who played Sims 1 and 2. Though Sims 2, I wasn't too big into Sims 2. I think it's like Sims 1. I played a lot of Sims 1. Didn't play as much Sims 2, then I played a lot of Sims 3. And then I didn't play much Sims 4. And I heard there's not gonna be another Sims. I think that's it, right? They're just going to work on making The Sims 4 the bestest Sims ever, which is a little weird. Sims 1 would be fun to play, but actually, did they release Sims 1 on Steam? I remember before, like when I watched Germa play Sims 1, it was really difficult to get that working. But I really like Sims 1. It's really, really hard. It's crazy how hard Sims 1 is. It's almost like brutally unforgiving what you have to do to get anywhere in Sims 1. There's just not enough time in Sims 1 to do anything. Your sim goes to work, and then they're completely devoid of any needs, and they only have a few hours, and then they have to go to sleep, and then it's back to work because there's no such thing as weekends or vacations in that game when it comes to work. Sims 1 is just a normal life simulator. Yeah, it's the most scary accurate to like how life can feel when you have a career, where it just feels like you're going to work every single day and you only have 1 hour to yourself to take care of everything, and then you have to go back to sleep and go back to work. It's a little spooky. It's a little spooky in that regard. Look, they let me accomplish my whimsy and spend the dream bucks on anti-aging potions. I will be a child until I'm a 4-way prodigy and then bash my way through the teen jobs to max promotion and before destroying the adult aspirations. I think I've heard it would be fun to try out Sims 4 just because I haven't played too much of it. Maybe I will, like, see that. The problem is I already know that I will spend so much time in the character creator, it's not even funny. That would end up being the whole stream, and I'd be like, well, we streamed for 2 hours and we made our character, so you know, we can try again. We can play her out next time. There's that one game, Enzoy, that has the character create. I don't know anything about the game except that it has the super high definition, crazy 3D like character models that you can make, and it's the Sims knockoff, but not very good. I want to just try that for the character simulator, but it's kind of like the character creator, I should say. I mean, the character creator, but it's kind of a lot of money just to pay to play around in the character creator. I also want to mess around with the 3D tracking they have. I think it'd be cool. My girlfriend was incredibly distressed with me because I didn't find the character... You literally didn't find the character customization menu in Baldur's Gate 3. Isn't that like that's like a huge part I know people love about that game. I haven't played it myself, but people would post such crazy custom characters they created in Baldur's Gate 3. And some of them would be absolute monsters, hideous creatures, but I think that's like on purpose. I think it is kind of crazy when people don't care about character customization or making their person look nice. It's just wild to me as somebody who will spend money to make their character in a game look cute. It's like that one quote, where's it from? Yeah, Reno 911, where the character goes like, you can't fight crime if you don't look cute. That's how I feel in any game. I can't do anything if I don't look cute. I've spent many dollars to just have a cute looking character. Yep, I literally could only find the option to change gender and voice and then start the game. That's it. That's all you did. That's crazy. I click random like 4 times and oh my gosh. I cannot relate to this. I cannot relate to this feeling of not being... I think maybe it has to do with the fact I like making a pink-haired girl, and any kind of character customization I can get my hand on, I'm just becoming a pink-haired girl. There's no question about it. I know I am not pink-haired in this game right now, but that's because my other character is pink-haired. But I will make her pink-haired eventually. I did try for once. I actually tried to find it for BG, but I couldn't, so I gave up because I don't really care. Other games I don't even try. You know, I'm no judgment, obviously. Everyone plays games their own different way. It's always funny. I think we all just look for different things in games. I'm just trying to be a pink-haired girl in every game. Nico is pink-haired IRL. I could be. You never know. You'll never, ever know. I could be a pink-haired anime girl right this second. Ugh. I'm stretching my legs right now as I'm doing something like, you know, as I inevitably am wrapping up stream, and it feels so good to stretch them out. It's almost like we weren't meant to sit down for so many long hours. I say long hours, but it was only 2 hours. But it's rare for me to, when I am working, to sit still for so long. My little restless leggies. Going to medical conferences, hoping to see a pink-haired girl in a lab coat. Oh, yeah. If you might see me. If you just look for the pink-haired girl. Look for the pink-haired anime girl. Okay, now I'm gonna head to a safe place. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We yapped for like 2 hours. That was a good yap. I will be here Friday, but the Saturday stream is canceled, unfortunately. Like I said earlier, I have a friend coming over. I didn't realize she was coming over on Saturday, but she'll be here, and so I can't stream. So Deltarune will probably get moved to next week, depending on the time I have. A friend. She's here for a concert with me. So we're gonna hang out this weekend. I'll post some nice food pictures because I'm probably going to be a nice guest and treat her to meals in the city, as one should when you have a friend. When you have a friend over. Okay. We will figure out our schedule and stuff this weekend, and I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll have videos coming, and etc. etc. And I'll also be active on Discord, so you know, if you want to hang out and chat, there's always the Discord. I'll even do it in the chat in case if a lurker is too nervous to go click on the Discord. Now you can click on it without any fear. You can just click on the link, and I'm there and talking, yapping, and sharing stuff, and other bacteria buds in the community are there. So yeah, I will see you guys on Friday at the usual time. So I see you then. Bye 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 bye. Goodbye, Beto. I combined your names, Beto Wix. Goodbye, Rita Vixen. Goodbye, B.